Melbourne may not have the pedigree of Sydney or Perth when it comes to beaches, but there are some beautiful stretches of sand to lay your towel in and around the city, if you know where to look. From 19th-century seaside resorts to quiet swaths of sand away from the crowds, here's our pick of Melbourne's best beaches. Williamstown Beach. This pleasant lopsided grin of coarse, golden sand at Williamstown, a suburb in the west of the city with a historic, salty seafaring atmosphere and terrific views across the water to the Melbourne skyline, is one of the most appealing spots for a dip within Melbourne. It has its own surf lifesaving club, a swimming pool at one end and a Spanish Coast-inspired restaurant, Sebastian, at the other, the deck of which is a spectacular spot for a drink and nibble. St Kilda Foreshore. St Kilda is Melbourne's tattered bohemian heart. It's a neighbourhood that has played many roles through the ages, transforming from a 19th-century seaside resort to post-war Jewish enclave to red light district to punk rocker hub. Today, the area's beachfront probably won't win any awards for its looks, despite the appealing palm-fringed promenades and golden stretch of sand, but it still offers bags of charm, emanating from its long, historic pier that boasts knockout panoramas of the city centre. It's also home to a little penguin colony at its tip. Elwood Beach. A little way south along the coast from St Kilda, Elwood Beach is usually less windswept than its big-time neighbour to the north, but almost just as popular, with locals flinging frisbees and tossing footballs across the golden sands most days during the summer months. The beach is surrounded by leafy Elwood Park, giving it a tranquil feel during non-peak hours, and there are playgrounds, kiosks and a couple of cafes close to the sand, making it a hit with families. Port Melbourne Beach. Melbourne's most central stretch of sand, Port Melbourne Beach spans the coastline of Port Melbourne, South Melbourne and Albert Park, a well-heeled trio of suburbs that are leafy and sedate. You'll spot ladies lunching with prams, AFL stars shopping for new threads and Porsches pulled up beside Victorian terraces and grandiose bayside condos. The beach is popular for jogging and impromptu games of volleyball, as well as toasting the sunset, with a number of great bars and kiosks to choose from. You'll also spy tourists kicking back on the sand after perusing the stalls of nearby South Melbourne Market. Sorrento Front Beach. Located just to the south of Melbourne, on the Mornington Peninsula, the town of Sorrento is as charming as its namesake on the Italian Riviera, and notable for its historic limestone buildings. It's also a place of great natural beauty, with ocean and bay beaches, stands of Norfolk pines and a pretty-as-a-picture jetty. The calm bay-facing front beach is good for families and you can hire paddleboards on the foreshore. At low tide, the rock pool at the back beach is a safe spot for adults and children to swim and snorkel, and the surf beach is patrolled in summer. The 10-minute climb up to Coppins Lookout offers good views over the whole area. Fairhaven Beach. This attractive wide expanse of surf is the longest beach along the Great Ocean Road, and is roughly 1.5 hours by car from central Melbourne. With the white sun-baked sand stretching for 10 kilometers from Split Point Lighthouse to Eastern View, you won't struggle to find a spot to lay your towel even in the busy summer months. Besides a surf lifesaving club, which is staffed daily during the summer holidays and at weekends till Easter, facilities are scarce, which adds to the beach's rustic appeal. The beach can also be reached from Melbourne by train and bus via the city of Geelong. Venus Bay. Home to some of South Gippsland's loveliest beaches, the 26 kilometers long sandy crescent of Venus Bay makes for a relaxed destination, though it gets packed over summer. It has beautiful swimming beaches. Beach 1 has a surf life-saving club, bushwalks and a tiny township comprising a general store, a cafe and takeaway food. Venus Bay is roughly 2 hours away from Melbourne by car.